It's a real joy and privilege to be with you here today on the Thursday of the Word of Encouragement. Today I'm going to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. This chapter is a wonderful application to all of our lives as individual believers as you look at how God worked with the nation of Israel as they left Egypt and went into or were in the wilderness and began to be ready to go into the promised land. And here in this passage is a series of ways that they went against God and how God had to deal with them. And we read in verse 11, "Now all these things happened unto them for ensamples, that they are written for our admonition, unto whom the ends of the world are come." So this passage is for us here, those of us that are still in this age before Christ has come back. He is coming back soon. And we don't know when, but this is for our admonition. And then a verse that is very well known, "Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall." One of the things that discourages many people is when they find themselves in a place where they did something that they're shocked that they did. Lost their temper, got bitter when they didn't think they had a propensity for that. Watched something, did something that just was not something that was part of their life before. I just got into something that was very hurtful. Well, that can cause any believer, and it should, to be very concerned, need to deal with that, repent of it, ask God to work. But oftentimes Satan will come along and he will endeavor to discourage someone and keep them from gaining the victory. We have to look at things like that when we're trying to serve the Lord and we've been consistent, we're walking with God. We have to look at something like that and ask ourselves the question, why did it happen? What were the steps that led to that? Oftentimes there's 2 or 3 different angles you can look at. But here we find the warning of thinking you're okay. Because if you think you're okay and that you're standing, you're ready to be in a place that you can fall. Satan can get you. And that means that there's self-dependence. There isn't a real walk with God to where you understand you need Him. There isn't a sensitivity to Him. Maybe some pride has come in. Maybe there's some sense of contentment because of past victories, not knowing and thinking about the fact that the same grace needed back then you'll need now, and it's not automatic that you're going to have victory. Many things that you can look at. And the way to overcome discouragement when something happens in your life that really does throw you is to realize this is a wake-up call, and I need to not look at this from why did it happen and I just can't believe it. Instead, we need to ask, why did it happen? And what can I learn from it? Where are the areas of danger in my life that I didn't see? Anytime there's a problem in your life, God can turn it around and use it for good to give you light into your life so that you can understand where you're not thinking right, steps of life that you're taking that are not the best, perspectives on life that are becoming dangerous, and He can then take it and help you for the future not to fall into the same trap. God does work all things together for good. He really does to those that love Him. And so the thing that you must not do is when you fall into a trap is to find yourself discouraged and staying discouraged, because then you can have worse things occur. But instead, find out, okay, how did I get myself into this? Why was I thinking I was standing? Why did I have a false sense of dependence? Figure that out, let God show you, and you can go from being discouraged to encouraged that God is going to give you victory in the days ahead.